So I thought I'd say hello to everybody. How y'all doing? Oops, everybody's popping up. Hey, Beverly. Hey, Susan. I say yo. Listen, we've had an amazing week here on Substack, and it feels really good. And I just wanted to share some of the energy with you. In the breakthrough group Tuesday night, we did a lot of chit chatting and talking about how we break through the barrier of invisibility that many women over the age of 60 feel like they have to live with. And I'm going to ask you guys, hey, Bev, I'm going to ask you guys to answer a question for me that actually came to me this morning when I went to plug my phone in because I forgot to plug the phone in overnight. So it was pretty deader than a doorknob this morning. And I laughed as I went to plug it in. I thought, well, this is something my mother never had to deal with. She never had to keep up with technology. And then I started thinking, oh my goodness, look at all of the advantages that we have at this time as a woman over 60 in our lives. All the things that we could take advantage of to expand what we dare to dream to do. What do you think about that? What would you do? What technology comes to mind that works for you? I mean, I love talking to women around the world, so I'm on video camera a lot. Uh, and it's a really good feeling to connect with people from around the world. It just feels really, really good. You get these special little notes back in the mail or your email. But that's my little thing. What would anybody else do with what's going on? And what advantages do you think you have now that our parents did not have? That's a different way of looking at the day, isn't it? You are living today with advantages that our parents did not have. Now, had my mother continued to live, she would be in her very late 90s at this point, but she's no longer with us. But the real point is she is a woman who never finished the 8th grade, but managed to become the president of the American Businesswomen's Association because she put herself through a technical school and learned bookkeeping. So she and my dad and the businesses they owned together, she ran the bookkeeping department. But she didn't have, I mean, she used those old calculators, or if you want to call them that. Adding machine. That's what they were called, an adding machine. Anybody remember an adding machine? I kind of wonder what mom would really have been like if she had been a woman of my generation. What would be the advantages that she would take care of? Yeah, she was pretty impressive, Beverly, actually. She was a smart crackerjack. Thank you for saying that. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, to the right of my screen is a long list of people who have joined me, and they're saying hello and answering questions, and I really love that. I like it. You still have an adding machine? That's pretty cool. I still have a rotary dial telephone from my mom and dad's original office, and I'll keep that puppy. It's a good memory. But the other thing that happened today, see this little bottle of makeup? I rarely ever put makeup on anymore. I'm not interested in dressing to impress anymore. Those days are way beyond me, especially when I realize it's pretty much done to manipulate the other sex. So who cares? I don't care. But here's what happened. I decided to put some on because I had to record a video for YouTube. And I thought, okay, let's be as presentable as we can be at this stage in life. And when I went to put it on, my mind did what it always does. It started tripping down memory lane to the days when I used to, as a young girl in church. Do you remember the Flower Power people and the Jesus freaks? Well, I was a bona fide Jesus freak. And in my little hometown of Lake Charles, we'd get on a old rickety school bus and travel I-10 to New Orleans to go spend a Saturday at Jackson Square. I had the leather vest. I had with all the leather braids hanging off of it, the leather floppy hat, the low riding bell bottom blue jeans, and of course, the Jesus sandals. But I really was there on a purpose and a mission, even at age 17. I really did believe, and I still do, that love conquers everything. Unfortunately, that little voice in me got, let's just say, quiet because at 18, I married a preacher and I served the church for 17 years. And on the other side of that fence, you learn a whole lot of things about the politics of faith. I'll put it that way. And I eventually got out of it and kind of went on to a very secular life for a long time in New York City. But that brings me to where I am now. I reclaimed a dream that I had as a young person to use love to reach other people. Now it's a little different. I want to reach other women who aren't real sure what they want to do with this last act of a four-act play. Because you have advantages that we never had, that our mothers never had. And certainly my grandmother never had. My own grandmother never was educated. She never went to school. Fun fact, my grandmother spoke Cajun French. I never ever had a conversation with her. She didn't speak English, but I did know when she said my name. Anyway, these are the thoughts that I have going on right now. I'm probably gonna drop this into an email for everybody tomorrow. Um, I'm looking for any thoughts and ideas, if anybody has any, to talk about what are the advantages you think you have now that your mother didn't have? And how can you take advantage of those advantages? How can you use them to make your own particular dreams come true? Because my own dreams are coming true right now. I'm living them every day. And I can honestly tell you, I've never been this happy before. And if it sounds like I'm bragging, I'm sorry. But when you allow your dreams to come back to you, and here's what I really want to lean in and say. A lot of people say to me, I don't remember my dreams. Well, you want to know the truth? I didn't remember about my passion of wanting to help and love other people until I opened this old bottle of makeup, and my soul reminded me that this is what I wanted to do when I was 17 years old. And then I started laughing and giggling and crying when I remembered, oh, that's what I'm doing right now. And it feels so dadgum good because when you get in alignment with what is really put into your heart, doors just open up for you. Things just happen. It's just the most amazing feeling in the world. Beverly's got to think. Okay. All righty. Well, I've kept you guys a good 8 minutes now. I just wanted to say hello because I haven't done one of these in a hot minute. Things have been kind of crazy and busy on my end. If you know of anybody who would like to have words of encouragement in their email that come from a crazy old lady like me, who has experienced a lot, lived a lot, and turns all that into messages of hope and inspiration that you can get in your email about how to go about reclaiming a dream or how to even remember the dream, be sure and hook them up with me. Let them know that this is available to them. And for those who become members, remember we meet on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock, and we do a workbook called Breakthrough, how to break through the fog, all the misinformation, all of the stumbling blocks. There are a lot of them, but I'm going to write a long, big article about some research I did to show where we really are in America and how many millions of women are sitting around unsure of what to do next. They've done the traveling, they bought the clothes, they visit the grandkids. In many cases, like me, the grandkids are grown ups, they're gone. And what do you do next? And that's what we're going to keep talking about. And if you have any thoughts and ideas or suggestions, man, I'd love to hear from you. Hey, Annie, how you doing, lovely? It's so nice to see everybody. This just charges my heart up. Just makes me so happy. Um, I don't have any other particular message other than be aware of what your mind is asking you to pay attention to. And listen to me clearly. I had no intention of putting makeup on today. This bottle kinda just fell out of a basket of other stuff, and I thought, "Oh, let me see what this is about." And when I open it up, all of a sudden, the flood of memories come to me, and I'm reminded of my own purpose that I felt in my heart when I was 17 years old. So don't tell me you don't have memories. You just can't remember them yet, okay? There's a way to do that, and we can talk about that in another video. I love you too, Annie. Um, but pay attention to the little whispers from your soul. Can you imagine what my day would have been like had I not paid attention to the whisper of my soul who used this little bottle of makeup to go, "Hey, you remember when you were 17 what your dream really, really was? Come on, let's go, girlfriend, let's do it." Okay, everybody. Oh my goodness, it's 11. I've been here for 11 minutes. I'm gonna say adios, later gator. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate you all so very, very much. What a wonderful group of people on the Substack. There's just nothing like it. Bye now.